Hi there, Joka here from A Pocket Full of Happiness, and in this video I'm going to show you 3 super simple cards with a new product, actually several new products, but this is the focus here, the sunflower border. Um, as you are used to it by now, I think, from me, with a lot of my dies I like to have an outline shape and a solid shape, mostly to make your life easier, that you don't have to fussy cut things. And I am using double-sided adhesive on the bottom, basically the backing shape, so that I don't have to add glue to the skinny outline shape, and that it's quicker to piece the the pieces back together. But honestly, my preference is liquid glue, and I think I use that a lot more often. It's just cleaner, and yeah, it's not as quick, but it's more precise in my idea or mind. I don't know, that's just my preference. And I use 2 different yellows here to fill my petals on the sunflower. And then with the die set, you get 2 different designs for the center. One of them, you can kind of bend up the little cut pieces inside. This is the one that I'm talking about actually, but I did not do that. But if you want to, you see there, you can do that. And then you could add a little bit of texture and dimension to that. But in the end, I didn't end up doing that. And don't get too excited. All these embossing folders are not mine. They are all from Spellbinders. They are really quite new. All of them are 3-dimensional. Now the next die set I'm using is the For You sentiments set. And back to the embossing folder, what you saw me do, I added water. I sprayed some water on both sides of the cardstock. You really need to do that with the 3D embossing folders. Otherwise, all your paper is going to be creased and torn and everything in between. So if you use the water, just kind of dry it off a little bit with a towel, and then you can go ahead and emboss it, and it's just gonna be beautiful. So first of all, I'm die cutting my sentiments from heavyweight white cardstock, both the backing piece and the outline piece. But I am not taking apart the top layer, well, as much as I can. I mean, some of them are falling apart. But I'm keeping them together as much as I can, and I will add all that or glue all that together. And then I'm going to die cut the same sentiment from a different color, and I will just use the inside piece, the skinny letters, to add some color to the sentiments. That's my preferred way, but you can go about it in many different ways. And so this is what I was talking about. And of course, now I wanted to go back to my sunflower, but then I set it aside. I wanted to say that you saw the second design for the flower center there. All right, so this is what I meant. I use every piece from white cardstock, and then here I die cut the same sentiment from light blue, and then I'm adding that using liquid glue, and I'm always tapping off or swiping off the excess glue so that I don't have a lot of oozing, because these are very skinny letters, as you can see. And then of course you could use the outline of that light blue as well for another project if you have a way to store these little pieces. Then do it by all means, because I myself don't like to waste things either. Okay, so here's my previously embossed panel. I'm adding a very thin foam tape to this. This is from a local brand here. In fact, I don't even know if it has a brand, but it's a local shop here, and they have different thicknesses and sizes. So I'm really happy with this foam. I'm just mentioning this because I often get questions about this, but unfortunately, I don't know where to buy this outside of Germany. So I'm adding this one is actually the same foam tape, but it's thicker. And by same, I mean that it's the same. It's from the same company, but it's a thicker foam tape. And I'm adding this to my two sunflower borders, and then I will attach these to my card base at the top and at the bottom. And then the only thing I think the only thing is what I'm adding is the sentiment, possibly some enamel dots. I don't remember. We will have to figure that out in a second. Um, yeah, these are really super simple cards. They are also very quick to make, but maybe some of you like to create designs like that. And then yeah, I think I'm going to add some enamel dots here right away, and just white ones. These ones you can also buy in the shop still, in 18 different colors. I super love these. The one thing I should mention with these embossing folders, since they are creating a lot of dimensions, if you do what I do here, you will crush that cardstock. I usually like to press down my enamel dots so they stay put for good, but you should not do that with a 3D embossed folder or embossed panel like this one. Both of these are also from Spabinders. Again, they are maybe they were released like 2 months ago. It's a huge collection and they are absolutely amazing. So I actually already prepared these panels for a Spabinders video earlier, but I didn't use them. So that is why I decided to use them today. And now I had to trim them off because they were larger panels, but I'm only making A2 cards today. And now I have another two sunflowers, and here I'm adding some foam tape to the flower center as well to create some dimension and a bit of a different look than on the previous card. And then again, I am adding these to the card front, but here I'm not using foam tape, but I'm adding them on the two other sides, like the left and right, not the top and bottom, than on the other card. And for my sentiment here, I'm going to use Spabinders Dune color cardstock. And I was struggling a bit with placement of the sentiment on this card. Originally, I did not want to, well, I wanted to add it just at the bottom right, but it just didn't look right to me. So I tried a couple of versions, and then I ended up with something that might not be my favorite, but I don't know, I didn't have any better ideas. Maybe I should have chosen a different sentiment, like longer. I'm not sure. It's not my favorite, is what I'm saying. So I thought I should do it in the middle, but I think I just ended up with the left there. I think it's because I don't quite like symmetry for some reason. So yeah, that's why I added it to the left. And then to the right, I'm going to add some white enamel dots. And here I'm trying to be a bit more mindful with my placement there, and I'm adding it to the to parts of the panel that is not gonna crush when I press it down, but I'm being a lot more careful than I was on the polka dot background earlier. And then on my last card, I'm using this corrugated panel. These embossing folders are also really great to create layering pieces for scrapbook layouts, I think. At least I used to use a lot of these corrugated type designs on my scrapbook layouts, which I don't do anymore. I mean, I don't do scrapbooking anymore, unfortunately. Now, these are my remainder pieces. And again, you know me, I did not want to waste anything, so I'm just using these for an additional card. I'm layering them up and offsetting them a little bit. I think they kind of drive my eyes crazy now that I'm looking at them. And then I attach the flower center there as well. And then just to bring back that color that I used on the other cards as well, the blue, I added a strip in the middle of that card. And then I'm adding the sentiment in that middle strip. And I'm using a longer sentiment and also bringing back the June color cardstock, so that basically all my cards are using the same colors. So you can just create card sets like this as gifts for friends, family, and so on. Yeah, and then I'm gonna glue this down, and this card is going to be almost ready as well. But you know, while I'm at it, I'm gonna add some enamel dots to this one as well, and just something simple. And I'm going to change my mind on this one where I want to add those. And that's it for today. I hope you like these simple cards. I hope you like the new release. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.